There's an incredible cookbook called Japanese Soul Cooking, which you may want to check out. You should definitely try Japanese curry. That sounds amazing. We also did you say that about Japanese curry. I did do. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. Oh God, what's the name of it? It's gone from my head. It's basically like flattened out. Oh yeah, it was. I don't know. Chicken katsu. We made chicken katsu. I don't think I made the curry sauce with it, but they usually do some kind of curry Japanese sauce with that. But yeah, very very tasty. I went out before and had like chicken katsu in a curry sauce, and oh my God, amazing, really really good. And I had sushi. I love Japanese food. Yeah, it's really really good. I wouldn't mind going to Japan at some point. That'd be really really cool. But at the moment, I really want to concentrate on my career. I mean, maybe when I'm a bit more older, do you know what I mean? And take my fiance and we can go and do a little bit of traveling. But either way, it's all good. So I'd say about a tablespoon or so of oil. So this is heating up now. I'm going to get the beef out as well. So let's have a look. So quite a cheeky little bit of beef. So this is just diced shoulder of beef, which I'm going to open up. Let's get rid of the packaging. So what we're going to do is put the flour in there, and basically we're going to coat it. So by coating it, we're going to, as I said, it will help thicken the sauce later on. So now, if you're a celiac and you're allergic to flour, you can use gluten-free flour for this, and is a great alternative. Or you can use, I'm pretty sure corn flour is a great alternative you can use, but it kind of goes gloopy a little bit, but it's an alternative at the end of the day, so, you know, whichever's easiest for you. Swabi, White Bishop, Oogie Boogie, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for all the follows. I really appreciate all these follows, guys, and the support. It means a lot to me. So I'm just going to a little hunt down for the flour. I think it's in here. Brilliant. Yeah, here it is. It's cool to be vegetarian, but still eat eggs and fish. Yeah, I mean, you know, depends how far you want to take it, you know. At the end of the day, I respect everyone's, like, kind of, you know, beliefs, or, you know, whatever it may be, religion, or, you know, whatever. Everyone's different, and everyone's different in their own way. And I like to try and accommodate for everyone, regardless if it's religion, beliefs, or whatever. Regardless if I believe it or not. That's what they believe in, and do you know what? I respect that, and I can accommodate my food for them as best as I can. So I'll do my best. Hey John and chat, Bucky Beers, how's it going, my friend? How are things with you? Hope you are doing well. How is your wonderful morning going? So, let's get to it, chef. The prep time wouldn't fly in the restaurant. I mean, I'm not all about in this for this stream. It's not like a quick, fast-paced stream. I do this a lot slower, so you guys can actually learn a lot more from it. Now, if I whack this out in like 5 minutes flat, you know, you guys probably won't learn as much. You'll be like, oh, chef, what did you do on this? What did you do on that? I got a steady pace, so you guys can learn a lot more. That's the whole point of me slowing down a little bit. And I spend a lot of time interacting and talking to you guys. And now, if I spent a lot of time just not talking to you guys, I think this stream would be very, very boring. So it's all a part of my stream that I kind of do this steadily and slowly. Do you know what I mean? I could quite easily whack this out in, like, you know, no time at all, but what's the point in that? At the end of the day, I'm here to, you know, teach you guys and also entertain you at the same time. So that's why I go at a steady pace, my friend. Jeff, did you ever get Ramsey's attention? Good or bad way? Just good. I guess he was walking around when I was on pastry. Had like 300 covers for lunch. And he was looking around at things and tasting my garnishes and stuff. And I was just kind of bricking it a little bit. But he came up behind me. Didn't say a word. Just pat me on the back and walked off. I was just like, holy moly. So, yeah. It was a little bit tense at times. But, do you know what I mean? You've got to have that adrenaline rush, haven't you, now and again? What material is your cutting board made, or doesn't it look like wood? No, it's not wood. It's plastic. These are like the professional cutting boards. So they're absolutely fantastic. I mean, there's nothing wrong with using wooden boards if you want to. It's entirely up to you. I just decided to get the professional ones. They're about £40 for 6 of them. So... Right, so this is all browning off beautifully. I'm going to add a very small amount of flour to this, just a little bit more, not too much. In a restaurant, he would be talking through it and teaching 200 plus people as well. The man workers, do your thing, homie. No problem. Appreciate it, Cereal. Chef, do you game, bro? I certainly do. I game in my own time rather than stream. I play a little bit of PUBG. I also play a little bit of Dead by Daylight, but I don't really have a huge time of to kind of. Let me switch that around, guys. Sorry. I don't really have a huge deal of time to kind of game, so in my spare time I do play here and there. So yeah, no, I do enjoy a bit of PUBG, I guess, and maybe a bit of Dead by Daylight. I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft at one point, but I kind of slowed down on that. For how long have you been a professional chef? 13 years, my friends. I've been coming on to 14 as of next year. So yeah, it's PG stream, just to let you know, guys. I would respect the slow time it takes to cook a lot more. It puts chilies in your curry. Yeah, I mean, do you know what I mean? This curry you can't really rush anyway, and do you know what I mean? Patience is the key to it more than anything, and you want to kind of give yourself time for this curry. I mean, if you made this curry in half an hour, there'll be no flavour, there'll be nothing to it. You've got to give it time. You've got to get it elaborate. You've got to get that curry kind of cooking down. It's going to be a very long stream today anyway, because I've got lots of things to do. I want to elaborate on it. Do you know what I mean? So it's a special stream, so it's not going to be a 5-minute stream today, guys. So, you know, either way. So I'm going to scratch off all the bottom of that sediment. I mean, we can pull it off with all the water, but just pulling up some of it now. Beautiful. So we're getting all those flavours from that beef. So we've got enough flour in there. That's fantastic. So we're going to add the spices into it next. So what I'm going to do... Let's have a look. Let me think. Aha, that'll do. Or shall I put it into something else? No, I'll put it into this bowl. It should fit all in there. So I'm going to take the beef out for 2 seconds, so I can start searing off the onions, so I can get some colour on them. So let's take this out. So we've got all that beautiful sediment. I'm going to pop a little bit more oil back in there, and I'm going to put the onions in, and I'm going to get that on the go. So let me just take that out for 2 seconds, and I'm going to pop it straight back in after I've cooked off all the spices and things. So a little bit more oil in there. So £40, no such deal. I got them off Amazon. So if you've got Amazon, they are on there for about roughly a bit. I think it was about £40 or £50, one or the other. It wasn't too much. So yeah, really fantastic, really great deal. But they were on mine from the UK Amazon website. I think they're still on there. I'll try and find you a link later on if you would like me to. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pour the spices as well straight into the pan. Beautiful. Let's get them all in there. So put that over there for wash up for later. So all those sediments, pull that up off the pan. So I would make sure you recommend you using a stainless steel, so you can pull up all this beautiful sediment. Now this is not burning, this is just sediment that's just caramelizing beautifully, and this will add a bucket load of flavour towards the curry. So I'm just pulling it all up now, just so we can get it all into the onions, getting all that flavour going. So absolutely delicious. So that's come off all off of the beef, all those beef juices and all the flavour. So that's cooking down nicely now. Can smell the curry, we can smell the cardamom going on in there, the ginger, the chili, absolutely delicious. So I'm going to put in a little bit of pepper as well. So just dice this up very, very quickly. So we'll pop a little bit of pepper in there as well, guys. So switch that around. Just wondering, Chef, do you feel supermarkets' cheap value brands are just as good as expensive alternatives? Don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm subdued to certain things in the supermarkets, but I am a firm believer of, you know, paying that little bit more and getting good quality, to be honest with you. It depends on your availability, what you can afford as well. Bearing in mind, cost of living, it's not cheap, is it? Let's be honest with you now, guys. Cost of living especially like I find it quite expensive. So you know, you're kind of trying to find a mediocre kind of terms of things. I don't buy the cheapest things, but I don't buy the most expensive things all the time. I try my best to go to like farmers markets and try and get fresh produce. Fresh local produce. Sorry guys, is probably the best thing to actually get your hands on. So if you know, maybe your neighbours are growing something, maybe you can just buy them off them for a reasonable price. You know, whichever. It's good just to get proper fresh local produce rather than the supermarket stuff that's mass produced, mass grown, and you know, to be honest with you, you don't get the proper flavour from it. Not always. So I am more pushed towards farmers markets. If I had the money, I'd shop in farmers markets all the time, but due to money and being able to do the stream, I've got to shop in the supermarkets, unfortunately. So you know, sometimes your hands are tied, and maybe, you know, it depends on your lifestyle. Maybe you can't afford to do this exactly the same thing. So just wondering, Chef, do you feel supermarkets cheap? Oh, sorry, I've already read that one, so I hope I've answered that one for you, Food Thinker. Good day, Chef. Hope you have a fantastic day, my friend. Thanks for all the awesome content you put on and being an inspiration to me. No, thank you so much, iPone. I hope you're doing fantastic as well. Those are lovely comments. I really appreciate that, and I hope you're doing fantastic. Guys, if you're not following iPone as well, he's another streamer. Go give that good sir a follow. If there's any other streamers in here, I do apologise if I haven't mentioned you. Just feel free to give me a nudge. I'm more than happy to give you a shout out. When will Twitch implement smell-o-vision? Who knows? Only a matter of time will tell. If only neighbours grew cannabis. I'm growing tomatoes right now. Tomatoes is good. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, if you can grow anything like tomatoes or, you know, chilies or, you know, that's fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I grow my own tomatoes and jalapenos. They have some flavour by far than anything in the supermarket. I completely agree. There you go. That's a perfect example. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, if you have got them, then use them. Yeah, definitely. So I got some vine tomatoes here, which we're going to use. Let me ditch that packet in the old recycling bin. So these aren't too bad. Probably not as best as homegrown, but they do smell fantastic. They do smell great, but you know, homegrown, let's be honest, you can't beat it, can you? So we're going to dice these down. We're even going to put the seeds in there as well. So you know, this is all going to break down very nicely. So I'm going to pop this into the curry as well. You know, you can dice this down however you want to. It's entirely up to you. Reconu, how's it going, my friend? Morning all. Good morning. Guys, if you're not following Reconu as well, give this good sir a follow. He's another fantastic streamer. He does do cooking streams as well now and again. So go check him out. How are things, my friend? Where are we at now? So, let's give this a dice up. Right, I'm going to put the beef back in very shortly. So, beautiful. So that's not catching, it's not burning. So that's good. So I'm going to pop the beautiful beef in there. Now, all that juice in the bowl, I'm not chucking that away. Bit of water in there, slice it around, and then put it in the bottom of the pan. So I just put a little bit of water in there, and this will also pick up all the sediments off the bottom as well. Beautiful. So we can get that on the go. Right, so I'm going to put a very small amount of garam masala spice and mix in here as well. I'd say about 2 teaspoons will be ample enough, and a little bit of paprika as well. About 2 teaspoons of paprika, and we also want to get some of that cumin in there as well, about a teaspoon or so. So we're going to cook that down even further. So let's get that all mixed up. Oh, beautiful, these spices. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Just giving that all a good mix around. So we got lots of beautiful flavours in there. I've got a little bit of a curry powder to put in there as well, and we're going to get some tomatoes in there. So we've got the spices, we've got the chili, paprika is in there, garam masala is in there, cumin. We got also some ground fresh coriander seeds. We've also got ourselves some cardamom seeds ground down as well. So either way, it's all good. So lots of viewers today. Certainly is lazy on Twitch. How